Very good morning, sir. Ravindra,
Yeah, good morning,
good
madam.
morning. And good morning.
Yes.
Sir, Edia,
Okay.
sir, shall we start, sir? We have 50 members here. Meanwhile, the other people might be joining. Shall we start, sir?
Yes, definitely. Light.
A very good morning to one and all the participants. Today we are having our first day of National Webinar Series organized. So on this occasion, I'd like to request our Associate Director of Research, Dr. C. Ramana, sir, to preside the meeting. Sir, over to you, sir, for the introductory remarks. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning to all the participants and as well as the experts who are participating in this webinar. This webinar is being conducted from our Acharya N.G. Ranga Agricultural University as a series to give a focus light on the what called startups and the entrepreneurial knowledge for all the people. So in this webinar, I hope our people have selected a very good 5 topics, so which will be covering almost all the necessary data. And in this, you know, all now the government also is insisting upon the agri-entrepreneurship. That is making the agriculture as a what you call business, so that the farmer will get benefit out of it. At the same time, these startups, it starts from the students to the what you call workshop owners and farmers and what you call already employed people, all are there. So we also run our Poshan incubator, which will be concentrating on this particular startup. So this definitely a need of the hour, wherein our what you call this thing is covering webinar series will be covering design thinking for agribusiness ideas by Mr. Praveen H.J. And at the same time, the entrepreneurial opportunities in agriculture and allied sectors by Dr. T. Venkat Reddy Garu, and role of business modeling in success of agri startups by Dr. Radhika Meenakshi Shankar Garu, and simplifying the finance management by Mr. Satish Chandra Chintamani Garu. At the same time, last but not least, it is product market fit by Jagdish Sunkar. So in this case, say I welcome you all for this particular webinar, which will be useful, and you can make use of this thing. At this juncture, I would like to say this particular regional agricultural research station, we have Acharya N.G. Ranga run by what you call one Poshan incubator. So wherein we have already conducted 6 cohorts, and 6th cohort we are finalizing the list. And those who are interested and those who get ignited by this webinar or have some idea or you have some agri-related or agri-allied sectors related ideas which can be taken to the entrepreneurship, or those who are having in an initial stage and then wanted to go for a what you call higher scales. So we have this Poshan incubator wherein you can just please watch our web what you call Acharya N.G. Ranga Agriculture University website, so that you will get an idea, or even our RARS webinar web also will be showcasing those dates. So those who are interested, please participate in that also, so that your ideas can be groomed to the next level of entrepreneurship. And say I really congratulate my staff and the team who have selected all these topics and the renowned speakers. on this occasion, I really congratulate them, and then I what do you call, invite you all for this particular webinar, which should be a thought-provoking what do you call webinar, so that you also can develop your skills as well as your entrepreneurship also. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. You please what do you call, I request my people to hand over the mic to the first speaker. I invite all the speakers who are what do you call, participating in this particular webinar series. And so all the what do you call, the participants also, I request humbly, you just make a note of it and then have a discussion, good discussion with them, so that you also can get benefit out of this. So thank you, Bala Hussain Reddy. You please take care, and then please give the mic to the first speaker. I hope Praveen HJ, who will be talking on the design thinking for agri-business ideas. So thank you, Lakshmi. You please take care.
Sir, thank you so much, sir, for your valuable remarks regarding this 5-day national webinar on the series of Diamond Jubilee Celebrations of ANGRAU. So also thank you, sir, for your guidance and support for organizing such events. Now I request our ABM Ashvik, please request you to introduce today's speaker.
Thank you, Santosh. Yeah, good morning, all the participants. Hope I am audible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Thank you. Yeah, good morning, all the participants. It is my privilege to introduce today's speaker to you all. So today we have with us Mr. Praveen. He has over 10 years of experience in entrepreneurship development and startup incubation, and passionate in helping every early stage startups succeed and grow. Currently, he is serving as a CEO of Atal Incubation Center, established at the Center for Entrepreneurship Development, Coffee Board of India, that is CCRI-CED in Bangalore. And he is also leading a dynamic team of professionals who provide mentoring, funding, networking, and infrastructure support to innovative entrepreneurs in the agri-tech, food tech, and allied sectors. His expertise lies in designing and managing programs that foster a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship, such as business model validation, pitch deck preparation, design thinking, IPR, financial analysis, and budgeting as well. Previously, he worked with Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, the Government of India, for RKB by Raftar project. And he also represented India at Malawi, that is located in Africa, as a part of a triangular cooperation program. Also, he has founded and co-founded his own startup that has given him first-hand insight into the challenges and opportunities of building a successful business from scratch. His mission is to empower entrepreneurs with skill, resource, and connections they need to create sustainable and scalable solutions for the society. So we welcome you, sir, on behalf of Team ANGRAU POSHAN Incubator. So over to you, sir.
Yes, thank you, Team ANGRAU, for having me here for this workshop series. I also thank the team for coordinating with me for arranging this particular session. And also I welcome all the participants, and I wish you all the best for this series. And also I expect the participants to be more interactive, and also this workshop series should be more of outcome-based sessions, rather than I or anybody come as a speaker. We deliver the topics, and you get certificate or whatever, and you may forget it. So I don't want that to happen. So anything covered in these sessions, I want you people to come back and tell the ANGRAU team that this worked and how these sessions helped you. Okay, that's how that makes a lot of difference. And definitely that will help us also to understand whether whatever sessions we are delivering are making some impact on the participants or not. So I load my simple presentation today. Okay. Yeah. So I turn off my video for the bandwidth issues. Hope the
Yes,
video
sir.
is, sorry,
Yes,
PPT is visible. Shall I enable the full screen mode?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, it is visible, sir. Please.
Okay. So I'll try to move the slides. Just let me know whether the slides are moving or not.
Yes, sir. Moving, sir.
Moving? Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine.
Sir,
Okay.
one small submission, sir, to all the participants. So, good morning, all the participants. So, please note that point. Online attendance will be taken for certificate, and on the last day, the feedback link will be shared for certificate. So, please be in the session to come till the end of the session. So, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So, today's topic is design thinking. So, in any of these workshop series, definitely the opening session makes a lot of impact, right? So it's like opening batsman in the cricket team. So good that they have chosen me for the opening session itself. And I'm really honored to be part of this workshop series. Yes. So design thinking, before I enter into this topic, I would like to understand how many of you have heard about this particular term, design thinking, and what do you know about it? So if there are anybody who wants to tell, like, what do they understand about design thinking? Maybe in a simple sentence and for few words, that is also fine. Okay. So let's make this session more interactive. I want participants to speak out. What is design thinking according to you? What do you understand about it? Yeah. Anybody would like to answer? Whatever that comes to your mind, you can speak out. Design thinking, there are two words. What do you understand by this?
For a problem, like how we approach to solve the problem.
Okay, good. Please introduce yourself while answering. Okay. What was your name? Who answered this?
Ajish.
Rajesh?
Ajish.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ajish. Anybody else who wants to share what do you understand by design thinking?
My name is Ramgopal Chatterjee. I am from Kolkata, West Bengal. So design thinking is the main point of our any project, like planning, marketing, product, funding, and that's all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
one more from chat box, sir, by name Shailaja. She is telling, before we start our business, we have to make in a proper way to design to take forward the business. That is what she has to say.
Okay. That's great. Any ladies who wants to speak up? I saw many participants.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good
It's
morning.
just redefining.
Yeah,
redefining
Okay.
the problems and creating innovative solutions, sir.
Okay.
Ideate or emphasize or define or prototype and test.
Yes,
So
good.
tackle all sort of problems and creating liabilities into possibilities and turning liabilities into possibilities.
Good. Thanks for this descriptive answer. I didn't get your name.
Dr. S. Chakrabarti from West Bengal.
Okay. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. This is Reet Kumari from
Yes,
Bangalore.
Okay.
Yeah. Usually we say like pictures speak better than words. So whenever we represent pictorially, it has visual impact, and whatever it could be a logo or the product and whatever it is, the design has a better impact on human uh, brain than words. That's what I think. So thank you.
Okay, okay, that's great. So just it's a brief intro slide. I think already Mr. Ashik covered it. I'll just skip this. Okay. So as some of you told, yes, problem solving or finding a solution to a problem, yes, that is a part of designing. And design thinking is all about uh, coming out with innovative problem solving approach. Okay, that problem can be anything. It can be related to new services development, it may be related to new product development, or it may be refining the existing solution, right? You can apply design thinking for almost all aspects of your life. Even for your personal problems also you can apply design thinking and try to solve, right? So let us see what it is by having some activities also, because I believe in immersive learning or experiential learning. So that creates a lot of impact and the participants can remember the concept of design thinking for a long period of time. Okay. So Mr. Steve Jobs, he said that design is not just what it looks and feels like, design is how it works. So whenever we come out with any innovative products or services offerings, so we need to make sure that the functionality, okay, what it offers to the end customers is taken care. So that defines your success, right? So let me have a simple activity and try to demonstrate what is design thinking. Okay, so I want all the participants to take a piece of paper and pen or pencil, whatever you have, and you need to draw a bag. Okay, just imagine a bag and draw it using pen or pencil on a paper. Okay, I will give you 2 minutes time. Okay, your time starts now. You need to draw a bag. If the slides are moving, Mr. Ashwik, please confirm.
Sir,
Yes, sir. Now it is on activity drawback.
activity, yeah.
Yeah, activity drawback. That slide only. I mean.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is there.
Okay, okay, fine, fine. Okay, is it done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I will slightly modify this activity. Okay, I'll give some additional work to you. So whatever drawing you have done about the bag, okay, whatever bag, I don't know what you have drawn. Now you need to think about your end customer needs and modify your drawing. You need to imagine a customer to whom you can sell this bag. and add some features, designs, whatever that comes to your mind. Think about your end customer needs. Okay, then modify your existing drawing. Okay, I'll give another 2 minutes. Okay. Are you ready with your updated drawing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now I want to hear from the participants. You have to tell me how your first drawing and the updated drawing are different, and what did you learn from this activity? Okay. Yeah. Who wants to go first? You have to
Sir,
tell
good
which bag you have drawn and who is your end customer, whether it is a male, female, or children. Okay, you need to define your customer segment. Then you have to tell how your first and second drawing are completely different and what changes you made. Okay.
Sir, good morning, sir. Myself, Shailaja Richard from Hyderabad, sir.
Yes. Tell me.
Sir, actually, we have just taken the first. Initially, we have the ladies' daily use bag, actually. So
Okay.
then, after you instead to go for whatever the additions you want to add it up. So I added the bag outside, not inside. Outside, we have kept one water bottle for the immediately use, and immediately for the use for the 2 pens. There's a handkerchief. There's one changes to immediate to remove the immediately changes the handkerchief. These all things that we have made it outside the baggage. So.
Okay. Yeah. So who is your customer to whom you want to sell?
Daily use. Daily use.
Daily use
go.
bag.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what did you learn from this activity?
We have to think in a design. I mean, you have to give the additional features to the people. So that is what.
Okay. Yes. Anybody else who wants to share their learning outcomes? Even ANGRAU team can also participate in this activity.
Yeah. Good morning, sir. I'm Deepa. Actually,
Yes,
I
Deepa.
have drawn a handbag of ladies or office goers.
Okay.
So first I just draw to a bag with 2 openings, but later I have modified it with a extra pouch in the outside where they can hold their mobiles, and one more is with the card pouches.
Okay.
Where nowadays we are using cards and online transactions. So card pouches is important. By that time, we cannot open the entire zip and search things. So if we have a card pouch which is attached in the bag outside with a zip, that will be helpful for us. So easily we can take out the cards, even the traveling cards, metro cards, bus pass, all those things we can insert it that.
Okay. So what did you learn from this activity?
From this activity, we are I learned to think about from the customer's point, end customer point.
Okay, that's good. Yes.
Morning,
Others
sir.
wants to.
Morning, sir. I am Ram Gopal Chatterjee from West Bengal, Kolkata. So first time I draw the bag for the farmers. Usually can carry their product like vegetables and others which they produce in the field. Usually they can carry their bag to their home for sale and for cooking purpose. And next time I made the same bag for the farmers, where they can carry their daily food and water bottle and some belongings which they should use in the field. And I put a zip for their protection, because field is our open area. So easily some insects, some animal, some insects can't enter the bag inside. And I made it for farmer. So the farmer is my end point.
End customer. Okay. So what did you learn from this activity, sir?
Actually, we should take care about our society and from ourselves.
Okay. Yes.
That's all.
Thank you. Anybody else wants to share?
Sir, good morning. This is Reet Kumar again.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, first I drew my very generic bag, which can be used for bringing groceries or vegetables and all. In the modification, I added compartments to it, and I added a zip and also a pouch so that we can keep some money in there, need not have to search for the purse. So from the first one to the second one, first was generic and second one was specific to the vegetables, because in different pouches or the compartments we can keep different items, something like tomatoes in a different one and other subsidies in different. So I moved from generic to specific bags, sir. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Good morning, sir. This is Karthik Reddy, sir, from ANGRAU.
Yes, Mr. Karthik, tell me.
So in the first instant, I had drawn a bag with a strap. And then the second instance, keeping the point of customer. So I have added it extra zip, trolley handle and wheels.
Okay. That's great. That's great. Yes.
Thank you.
Any last one person who wants to share? Yes, Karthik, I think you were continuing. Yeah, tell me, what did you learn from this activity?
Sir, in order to be more comfortable to the customer and also to have good sales, so we have to add more and more features so that it will be highly useful, the one who bought them.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, last one person who wants to share. Yes, last one person.
Hello.
Yes.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Anita. Sir, other than keeping customers' need in, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Other than keeping customer needs in our mind, we should also think about the nature, sir. So adding some biodegradable factors, like it should be more sustainable. These points are important as well, I think.
Okay. Fine. Thank you, Ms. Anita. Yes, Mr. Dinesh, I can see your microphone. Yes, Mr. You want to tell anything?
Sir, I have drawn a ladies bag. Firstly, I have designed and it was cute. But after you're giving to us, I put a side chain and the brand name.
Okay.
That ladies always prefer the branded bag. That's why I put the brand name also.
Okay. That's really good. So what is the learning outcome from this activity?
I learned that you make a product, you always think on it. Better for getting purpose.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dinesh.
Thank you.
So, design thinking is all about putting your customers in the center when you want to develop any product or services. Okay, so they should be considered, and you should understand the problem needs from their point of view. Then spend your resources for offering new product or services, or modify the existing products or services. So that's why we call it as a human-centric approach towards problem solving, because it focuses on human needs. So any successful products or service offerings in the market, okay, they are successful because they know what the customer need is, and they cater it rightly, okay, and they spend a lot of time in understanding the pain points of the customers, and then they get into the product development or service offering, and they continuously take feedback from the customers and always come out with the updated versions. So that's the reason there are many companies in the market are able to survive in spite of competitions that they are facing from other companies, right? So design thinking, as I told, it's a approach, right? It's a step-by-step approach. So there are 5 stages or steps in this design thinking process. The first step is empathize. Okay, empathize is all about understanding your customer needs, your customer's pain points from their perspective, not from your perspective, from their perspective. Second is to define. So once you know what are their pain points, what are their needs, you need to come up with a proper statement, a purpose or a problem statement or a need statement. So once you define it properly, then it is easy for you to come out with multiple ideas to offer them the solutions. It may be as a product or a service or combination of both. So once you have alternative ideas, then you need to come out with prototypes. Okay. Then you need to test that in the market, how these prototypes are accepted by the customers. So before you spend a lot of time for manufacturing any products or trying to cater many customers, try to identify a few samples, okay, and try to test on them. Okay, so we'll understand each of these steps through example also. I'll take few examples from the other sectors as well as agri sectors also. Okay, so any questions till this point of time before I move ahead to the next slides? Any questions anybody is having? Hope my slides are moving. We are in stages in design thinking.
Yes, sir. It is.
Yes. Yes, sir. Slides are moved.
Okay, so any questions to any participants till now? Please ask. If there are no questions, then I can move to the next slides.
No, sir. No questions, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So as I told, empathize is all about researching your user needs. So how do you understand your customer needs? So let me take an example. Let me ask somebody. I will take Mr. Ashvik from ANGRAU team. Ashvik, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I'm able to hear you. Please continue.
Okay. Yes. So I think some participant.
Yeah, it is muted, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Ashvik, consider that you want to purchase a new smartphone. Okay.
Okay.
So now you tell me some of the needs from your point of view, like as a customer, what are your needs? Okay. Why do you want to go with a new smartphone? Any specific reasons or pain points? Can you tell me?
So initially, I'll think of the features, the available features that are already existing in a current phone which I have. So I just want to go with the upgraded version. Like for example, if I take the camera quality in my mobile is okay. So I just want to go with another mobile which has a camera quality better than what I have it now. Other than that, the screen wise, it should be what do you say? The display should be very good. In some of the mobiles, the display won't be much better actually compared to the as we see in the market today, now there are many good mobiles which coming up with a very good display, and the other one is nowadays they are telling that 5G accessible phones, especially which is going to support 5G. So that mobile and
Okay,
yeah, as of now,
let me add some points to whatever Mr. Ashvik said. So consider that Mr. Ashvik is having a smartphone which is little old and bulky, and it is like compared to the functionalities, it is having all old software. Camera clarity is not that great. Okay, so Ashvik is using the phone regularly, and especially before he goes to sleep, he used the phone, and he is getting pain in his wrist because he is holding it for a longer period of time. So let us understand that this is the major pain point and try to define. So from customer's point of view, we got to know what are his problems. So now we need to define. We need to tell that, okay, Mr. Ashvik is having pain in his wrist because he's having old cell phone which is bulky, and he is using especially in the night hours. He needs a better display that should not spoil his eyes even if he use for a longer period of time, and is looking for the upgraded phone, okay, with better features. Okay, this is a simple definition. So then we need to ideate, we need to think which are those smartphones that meets his requirements. So maybe one of his requirement might be he is looking for a new smartphone within some budget, maybe 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. It is up to him. So let us, for calculation per se, we will take the smartphone should not cost beyond 30,000 Indian rupees. Okay, so we have some facts now. Now we'll try to ideate, we'll try to understand and try to research ourselves and come out with the better options. So we'll suggest him, okay, he can go with recently Motorola launched a new phone, which is, they claim that that is the slimmest and lightweight smartphone, 5G smartphone, right? And there are other brands also. So we will understand from his point of view about the software, the camera, right, everything. Then say, suppose if we are a cell phone manufacturer, so then we can come out with a phone. Okay, we can create a few prototypes. Okay, maybe cardboard or plastic. By using that, we can create a smartphone that actually gives a feel of the actual phone. So if you go to a electronic showroom where they sell smartphones, they also keep the dummy phones there, right? They are all like prototypes. In the same way, let us consider that we are all cell phone manufacturers and we know who the customer is and what are their pain points. So we'll try to create few prototypes, and maybe we'll ask customers like Ashik to use the prototype, okay, and try it, whether they like the look and feel of the phone, the size is apt or not, whether they like the particular position of the camera in the phone, okay, the color combination. There's so many ways how we can do the testing, right? So this is a simple example that goes for a product like smartphone. So this can be applied for any kind of product. It can be your agri product, it can be your regular apparel that you wear, it can be any other product that you purchase, or it can be even for service also. Say suppose if you are going for a haircut or a spa, right, even you can apply design thinking there. So anybody who is running those kind of services, they also knowingly or unknowingly they apply this design thinking process. So let us try to understand with an example. So this is what just summary of whatever we discussed. So I'll give you a simple example how in real time this design thinking has been applied and how they created a innovative product. Okay, so in Stanford University, there is an Institute of Design. Okay, so there a few students they participated in design thinking workshop, and they were asked to identify a problem, then define it, then come out with alternative ideas, then build a prototype and test it in the real world. So some students, they formed the team. Each one of them identified few problems, and there were a team of 4 to 5 students who are interested to solve a particular problem that exists in a developing nation. That is, the infant mortality rate in developing countries is increasing. So they want to address that problem. Okay. So if you see, this is a hill station. Okay. In India, in Northeast region, or even in our neighboring countries like Nepal, Bhutan, okay, and even in some other developing countries in Africa. So this is a common problem. The infant mortality rate is increasing. So when these students took the information, they got to know that the infant mortality rate at hill stations or remote villages is high compared to those places which are close to the cities, or which has a good road network or rail network. So then they tried to understand this problem in a much better way. So one of the team member, like they traveled to Nepal. Okay, so they stayed with the locals there, and where especially the infant mortality rate is high, they stayed in those villages and tried to understand the ground level or grassroots level problems. Okay, so what has happened is, let us consider about this particular case. So a place called Nepal, okay, it is completely surrounded with mountain region. So the number of hospitals are very less, and access to these hospitals is also not easy because of the terrain region. Reaching the nearest hospital also takes a lot of time, and traveling by vehicle is also difficult because of the bad roads. And this particular region doesn't have proper electricity also. So what happens when a newborn baby is there? Okay, so the doctor diagnose it and suggest the parents to keep those babies in the incubator. So you might have seen electronic incubator where the babies are kept for a few hours, okay, till they get enough warmth, and they'll try to help them with the initial struggling days, right? In the same way, if any villagers, they want to take their babies to the nearest hospital to use the facility of the incubator, it was not that easy, because first they have to travel in that hilly region. Second thing is they have to wait for their turn. Okay, so what happens, there are so many parents, okay, they have to wait in the queue, and there are very limited number of incubators available. And because of this hilly regions, the electricity supply is also not guaranteed, right, continuously. So the incubator requires electricity. So there are a lot of challenges. So what these parents used to do, rather than going to the hills, like hospitals, they stayed back in their villages, and they used to wrap these babies with a blanket or something to create some warmth. And the another challenge was, say, suppose if any mother wants to put her baby into the incubator, so the mother has to stay outside, okay, outside the room where the incubators are kept. So that a gap of 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours, so it is difficult for her to bear that. And even the babies also starts crying when the mother is not around. So these are all some emotional challenges that they have to go through, right? So these students from the Stanford Institute, they understood all these pain points, and they understood, yes, we need to create a product that solves this problem, where the mother and the baby are not separated, and enough temperature have to be created to keep the baby warm without using any electricity. So these are some of the ways how they defined their problem, and they started ideating how to do this. So then they decided to come out with a simple blanket kind of design, okay, where that can solve this problem to some extent. So they went to their drawing board and they created a lot of prototypes, okay. Then they finally came up with this version. So it's a simple hoodie kind of blanket where the baby is placed on the top, and inside there will be a pouch where they keep a sheet that contains wax, and this wax can be heated by dipping that into a hot water. Okay, so the blanket has a wrap, okay, that doesn't burn the skin of the baby, and the temperature of the wax, okay, that can withstand up to certain degrees, and it doesn't spill, and so that the baby is safe, and this blanket can be like mothers can comfortably hold it, and they can use it even without electricity, right? So initially they created this version, and they also came with another version where you can heat the wax sheet using electric power also. They have both the version. Okay, so for people depending on their requirement, they can use it, right? And this is how it looks. Okay, this is a final version. This is how it looks, and these are some of the features. It's inexpensive, durable, portable, hygiene, safe, and effective. Okay, and their business model is not to sell these baby embrace, baby warmer to the mothers, because the people who are in those hill stations may not be able to afford this solution. So what they did, they tied up with few NGOs and a few corporates, and they got some sponsors who can buy these products, and their company in turn identified the mothers who are in need of this particular warmer, baby warmer, and they give them at a free of cost. So in this way, the end customer problem is solved without giving any financial burden to them. And there are companies who have some funds who can spare it for their CSR activities. And even many people who want to donate for some charity also, so they ask those people also to contribute for this cause. So once the requirement is over, the mothers can give that baby warmer to the company back, or they can give it to the other family who are having babies who need this. So in this way, it's a social cause, right? And they're trying to solve this by using a simple way, right? So this design thinking workshop actually helped these students to understand the process and implement it in real time. And this particular company got a lot of appreciation awards and funding also from many companies. So this is just a simple example. Okay, it's related to social cause. But let us try to understand how design thinking can be applied in agri domain also. So I worked with Manage Hyderabad, where we had a few startups. Knowingly or unknowingly, they also have used this design thinking process. So let me share those examples as well. So there was one company called Mabens Engineering from Shivamogga, Karnataka. Mr. Sharvin, okay. So he came up with a device that can climb this areca nut and coconut plants. So, like harvesting of areca nut or coconut is not easy, because it requires a lot of manual intervention, right? And because these trees are very long and they are grown in a particular distance, right? So the farmers, the plantation owners, they had genuine problems. So this person understood that, and he created one machine, okay, that can climb this areca nut and coconut trees. And I personally visited his workshop, where he has created many prototypes, and even I saw how it works also. It's really an amazing innovation done by this guy. So if you ask him like how did he got this idea, definitely he will take you through the path of design thinking. Knowingly or unknowingly, he has used the design thinking process here. He has developed the prototypes, he has given it to his few customers, then took their feedback and again made improvements. And now he is ready with the different variants. And depending on the customer requirement, he can customize it as well, right? Similarly, there was one more startup by young ladies. Okay, Miss Jinali, she is from Maharashtra. So what she did, she was thinking about converting waste to wealth, agriculture waste to wealth. So then she came up with this vegan leather or that we call no Atma leather. That is her company. So what they do, so they convert leather from the banana crop waste. So I have seen the products that has come really well. So knowingly or unknowingly, even she has used the design thinking. So she understood what is the problem with the regular synthetic leather that are used in various products in the market and how it is spoiling the environment. And she tried to understand how we can convert this waste into wealth. Because once the banana is grown, so there are only few companies who are really looking to convert that waste into wealth, right? So she thought, let me do something like this. So she created few leather products out of this, and now she is doing this corporate gifting contract. So she takes care of all these products development, and she's really going good. A young lady, I think she's around 23 or 24 years old now. So they have come out with this beautiful product. Okay. And we have one more startup from Manage Hyderabad, that is a tribe grown enterprise. So what they have done is, see, they work with these indigenous tribal and small scale farmers in Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh region. So rather than just taking the wild honey and selling it in their brand name, okay, turmeric honey and ghee. So they are also training those tribal people on using of the machinery for processing and packing. And even their packing is also sustainable packing. And what they do, whatever products they are creating in association with these tribal people, so they are making them as a package, okay, corporate gift package, and they are selling it to big corporate companies. So in this way, they are creating livelihood for the tribal people also, and in turn, the company is also trying to promote chemical-free, naturally grown products, right? So knowingly or unknowingly, Mr. Bhavesh also has went through this design thinking process when he was thinking about how to come out with a sustainable packing that clearly gives the message to the person who buys it that these products are from tribal community, and how to promote it. So when he came for the training program at Manage, so we used to discuss a lot. Then I understood, yes, this fellow also has used design thinking process. Now they are also really doing good, right? So as I told, like these are only few examples. Apart from that, even in agriculture sector also, like there is a penetration of technology now, right? So there are drones that are used for pesticide spraying, okay, for aerial mapping, right? And even there are agri bots that have come up, like many like multiple jobs they can do, right, rather than depending on the human labor. So so these machines can do multiple tasks with proper precision. And there is automated irrigation system that came up. It's also part of understanding the customer problem and trying to come up with a solution, right? Say suppose you are in a village and your farm is about 5 to 10 kilometers away. So how do you turn on or turn off your water pump? So there are already such solutions that are available just with a missed call with your smartphone, okay, or your regular phone. You can turn on and turn off your water pump. And there are IoT systems that are developed by many companies. So smart irrigation system, right? So even in livestock or animal husbandry sector also. So a lot of companies have come up with this livestock management solutions where they put a sensor to these animals, and they get the data captured about each of these animals, and then try to figure out what is this productivity of each of these animal, if there are any issues with its eating habits, okay, so they'll understand, they try to diagnose it, right? There are different ways how technology is penetrating the agriculture domain. So these are just few examples I got it for you. So when to use this design thinking? So design thinking, as I told, you can use it for new product development or refining the existing products, or you can use it for offering new services or refining your existing services, or if there is any process that is involved in new product development or service offering, you can improve the process or even your customer experience also, right? So some of these top companies like Nestle, Samsung, Toyota, IBM, all these bigger companies, they use design thinking as their core product or service development, right? So there is a case study which I'll share this PPT with the ANGRAU team. I want you people to go through about this case study about this beautiful person, Mr. Girish Badrakon. He's a grassroots level innovator from Bijapur, Karnataka. He has developed many innovative agri products. Okay, he is just a school dropout and or diploma, something he has done, but his understanding of the root causes, especially related to agriculture, is really commendable. I met this person in Bijapur when I was working with US Dharwad. So he was a part of our Avatar project. So definitely you read about these persons uh, different topics, okay, news article that has been published about his innovation. Even he got appreciation from President of India for his innovation. So definitely, even knowingly or unknowingly, he also uses design thinking, right? And there is a video. Okay, I have already embedded the URL here. Okay, you can understand how design thinking is saving the lives in rural India. So there is a specific example that they share about the iodine deficiency of iodine in rural population of India, especially women. So how they solved it without making the burden to these rural people, just using a simple bindi, okay, that these rural women apply. So how that particular iodine deficiency problem can be addressed, right? So as I want to end this particular session before we move to the discussion. So I just want you people to understand there is no single definition for design thinking. It's an idea, it may be a strategy, or it may be a method and a way of seeing the world. So if you are open to understand your customers' needs, pain points, definitely you can formulate solutions. It may be product, services, or combination of both. So what happens is most of the startups, okay, rather than spending time to understand their customer needs or pain point, they directly jump into offering the products or service. They try to push the products to the market. So that doesn't work. Most of the time, that doesn't work. So you need to spend good amount of time to research about your user. And when you are developing the product or services, you need to involve them also, because they are the people who can help you to get the clarification about whether you are going in the right approach, or you're trying to come out with a solution that they really doesn't want, or you're trying to come out with a solution that is already existing in the market. So what exactly is their pain point, whether they are ready to afford for it, whether they are ready to accept it, and what concerns they have. Okay, and why did they like a product of a particular brand? Okay, why did they dislike it? So you need to understand in different angles about your customer. So then only you can come out with beautiful products that can serve them, and definitely design thinking approach will help you. So whatever we discussed is all about just a summarized version of design thinking. In fact, it's a big topic. In fact, each of these 5 stages, okay, needs a good amount of time to understand. There are certain tools that can help you to understand your customer, define the problem, ideate, protect. So each of them have a particular step. Maybe in future, when time permits, if ANGRAU can accommodate, we can have a detailed workshop, maybe 1 day workshop or 2 day workshop. I can do that. But today, in a nutshell, I just wanted to cover what is design thinking and how it is applied in the real world, and how it has its significance in agriculture domain as well. So if there are any questions, I'm open for discussion now. Yeah.
Yeah, dear participants, if there are any questions, you can even use the chat box as well. So, yeah, you're open for questions.
Hope the session was clear. If you don't have question, there is only one thing. Either you have understood completely or you have not understood anything. Yeah. Any questions from the participants?
So participants, yeah, please do reply.
You can also put your questions in the chat box. That is also fine with me.
No, sir. No question, sir. The section was so clear, sir.
Okay. Yes. Any other person? So now, like some of you are already developing the products. Okay, you may be startups or you are part of a startup team. So do you think you can go back and try to understand the problems of your particular customers for whom you're building the products or services? Do you think this session will be useful? If it is useful, just type yes in the chat box.
Sir, one question from my side, sir. Myself, K. Santosh, business executive, sir, Agri-business Poshan Incubator. So,
Yes,
sir,
yes, please.
Sir, you told that Jinali from the founder of Waste to Wealth. She's from Bombay.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
sir, how she is doing and what are the byproducts they are doing now?
See, initially they came up with only this leather. Now they are even thinking to enter into plywood made out of this banana uh, waste. So that also they are working.
Oh, okay, sir. But what about the cost, sir, as compared to the regular
See,
market?
yeah, since they have done only with a few samples now, the cost of production is little high, but their customer segment is completely different. They are focusing to offer these products to the premium customer segment. Okay, it's not for like a regular users. They are looking for all these premium brands. Okay, they are willing to sell the leather directly to those companies, or they are also ready to do white labeling also for them. Yeah, they are concentrating exclusively on the premium market. So the per square feet of the leather that they are manufacturing compared with the regular artificial leather that is available in the market, definitely there is almost 50 to 60% difference in the cost. So their banana leather is costing more because they are doing it in a very limited scale. But once they have enough machinery, okay, enough manpower in place, they want to reduce the cost of production, and also slowly they will enter into the other customer segment whom they can offer at a much lower cost compared to this premium segment. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Any other questions?
Participant, please feel free to ask your questions if you.
Sir, nowadays, I have one question, sir. Actually, nowadays, most of the startups actually start with a very enthusiastic. They're actually very enthusiastic, and they will start with. They'll be very aggressive to do something, but somewhere they will fail. So, what is your suggestion for them, sir, and how they can make use of this design thinking and take it forward, sir?
Yeah, it's a very important question. See, what happens when somebody wants to create their own startup? So the motive might be anything. They want to become financially, like they want to get that freedom, or they don't want to do the regular 9 to 5 job. Okay, or they have some skills that are not valued in the industry. So they think that let me do something on my own. So that these are some of the motives. But what happens? Many startups fail because they don't have the right co-founders or the founding team. Because as a founder, you should make sure that your team also shares your vision. So many a times what happens, it will be like a one-man army team, especially the new startups. So the startup founder wants to do everything on his own rather than delegating the work or empowering his team. So this is one major reason. Second one is the startups, rather than concentrating on improving their product or service offering, now they waste a lot of time in preparing pitch deck and apply for various funding schemes, or they approach the investors. They go with the different valuations. So what they do, they stop doing the core business and they run behind the funds. So the startups needs to clearly understand when to raise the fund and how much to raise the fund, and once the fund is raised, how to utilize that fund also. So the financial management is very important. So many startups fail because they don't understand this concept, financial management. And the third thing is, uh, many startup founders do not accept somebody saying that your product is not meeting the expectations of the customers, or this product is not good. If anybody says, they are not willing to accept that. So they always have that affection towards their idea or product or services. They try to stick to it. So they should be open to those critics and take the feedback in a constructive way, and go back to their drawing room, discuss with the team, see what best can be done. And many startups where I have evaluated during the funding process, so they don't do their homework properly. So always they tell, we are the innovative startup and there are no competitors. So that shows that their preparedness towards the product service development. So as a startup founder, you should have enough patience, okay, and accept criticism and take constructive feedbacks, okay, and always be open to learn new things. Learn, unlearn, both are important. Okay, so and having the right team is also important. And today, there are a lot of opportunities that are available for startups to connect with other expertise, other incubation centers, right? A lot of events are happening. So they need to come out and do proper business networking. There's something called business networking. If networking is done in a right manner, definitely getting the customer leads is not difficult. So if you are not doing it, means not working. Networking, if you are not used, it is not going to work. It is not working. So I expect the startups to be little open and join the relevant communities, groups, be active in LinkedIn, and be in touch with the incubators, mentors. Many startups doesn't have mentor, so you need to have a mentor, one for technical aspects, one for business aspects. So then they can drive you to the right direction. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Mr. Ashwik.
Yes, sir. I think, yeah, definitely. Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Praveen. This is Dr. Swami from Crop Domain, ANGRAU POSHAN INCUBAtor.
Yes, sir.
Excellent session. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Very grateful in sessions. So when it comes to agriculture, the customer discovery is the critical thing there, because we have to understand what are the major pain points and necessitate in order to design the product or develop a product.
Yeah.
That is one aspect. So my question is, so what are the best way to approach the farmers? As you know, the farmers are most of the cases, some of the farmers are very reluctant to answer our questions.
Yeah.
So what are the, how to approach farmers and how to tackle those kind of issues? If you share some lights on this, it will be great help.
Yes. Sir, to answer your question in a very simple way, see, the police knows how to talk to people, right? They know with whom how to talk.
Yes.
Okay. The same way, farmers also, they want us to speak to them in a specific route or specific manner. So if a scientist or a research person or anybody from the university approach them, so they're little reluctant to accept any new solutions that we want to offer. But there are few progressive farmers, there are few FPOs, and there are few influencers. The way how we have social media influencers, there are few influencers in the agriculture domain also. So nowadays, what farmers are doing it, so they watch a lot of content in the social media, and they follow certain influencers in the Instagram and YouTube also. So these are the people who can spread out the world that about any new innovative solutions that you want to offer, because they trust them. End of the day, especially in India, anything that you want to do with the farmers, you need to build the trust. So if the trust is not built, those people are not ready to accept any new products. And again, ours is a price sensitive market, and government has, to be honest, government also have done a lot of efforts to make these farmers to adapt the modern farming techniques. But as I told, these modern farming techniques are and all, they are little expensive there, so they are not willing to spend so much of cost. So there are few custom hiring centers that are available in the villages, so you can approach them. So those are the people who are in touch with these farmers on a regular basis. So you can use them as your messengers or influencers. So to some extent, those people can help you. And there are few companies like in Manage, we had a company called Agri-Media TV. So they have a very good number of followers. So they majorly operate in Gujarat, but there are similar companies who does this online extension services through YouTube and other social media. So they have connection with a lot of FPOs, farmers, and progressive farmers, and also influencers. So these are the people who can help you to spread the word about the recent research that you have done. If you want to involve your farmers for any particular testing of your product, so those people can definitely help you, sir.
Thank you very much. Sir, one more question I have.
Yes, sir.
Continuing to that. So in most of the cases, unhappy customers are the greatest source for learning.
Yeah.
So how to identify that one?
Sir, your unhappy customer is the one who will spread the word about your company that you are not doing justice for the money they paid.
Okay,
so
sir.
what happens? The happy customer, say suppose you are a happy customer, so you may not reach out to the company and send them a thank you email or a phone call, sir, your product worked. But if you are an unhappy customer, definitely you'll contact the company and tell this is not working. You come with your complaints, right? So in the same way, even for agriculture products also, so when you are selling your products, so make sure that you capture the data of your customer and give them a proper channel where they can come out with their grievances in a proper channel. So those are the people who are going to help you in refining your product or service offerings. So you need to establish a proper communication channel to them, and that communication channel should not be again a technical challenge for them. It should be a simple call or a simple WhatsApp message also is fine. So there are few startups in my contact also who are directly engaging with their customers through a WhatsApp, because now most of them are familiar with WhatsApp. So it is easy for them to, sometimes even they record their voice and send if they are not able to type in English or Hindi or any regional language. So they record the voice and send. So even that kind of offerings are also there. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, sir.
Sir, I am Ram Gopal Chatterjee from West Bengal, Kolkata.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes.
I am individual farmer, and I
Okay.
have my small piece of land. I am repeating the question of Mr. Shaminathan, that
Okay.
how we implement this system to the farmer, because the farmer are unorganized sector here in India, especially in West Bengal. And whenever we implement any system to the farmer, so we should look to the geographical situation of this particular place or state or anything. Like in West Bengal, the land is very small and piece of land. compared to Gujarat and other states, Maharashtra, Gujarat and other states. So
Yeah.
how we appeal the farmer, and especially one thing you should remember, that is the farmer are not doing farming right
Yeah.
now. The pesticide dealer and distributor are doing farming right now here in West Bengal. I don't know what should be done in other states. So could you please tell me how we implement this system? It's a nice system, and I am thankful to ANGRAU POSHAN Incubator for organizing this type of meeting, and they send me a invitation link, and I am joining. So could you please, sir, tell me how we implement to this system in a India?
Okay. So there's something called in Hindi, "Jo dikta hai, wo bikta hai," right? So what customer sees, okay, they buy it. Same way, any new technology or new process or any new approach, okay, it takes time to get settled down and to get the outcome. So initially, you need to identify only those few farmers who are willing to involve in this kind of process, irrespective of how much time it takes, how much effort they have to put. They should be ready for these new challenges or new approaches. So these people, okay, when they get the required outcome, okay, farmers, if you see they put some crops, okay, so there is a one farmer A, let us consider farmer A, he has put rice, okay, he is growing the rice there, paddy crop. So next to him also there is one more farmer, he is also growing same crop, okay, but say suppose the agri inputs, okay, used by farmer A and farmer B are from different companies. Let us consider farmer A is using from some XYZ company and farmer B is using from XYZ company. But farmer B is also involving a consultant from that particular company who visit his farm, see the crop on a regular intervals and try to give him consultation. Okay, then when the outcome is there, definitely when the yield is out, so definitely these neighboring farmers will get to know how much I got the output and how much this person got output. So if the farmer B got better output than farmer A, definitely farmer A is interested to know what process he followed, which company products he has used, and how he can also connect with them, right? So you need to show the results to get that attention, because merely telling them anything they will not accept, because they want proof that yes, this particular system works, this particular consulting company can help us, this particular approach is better than the one that he is already practicing, and this particular machinery can save a lot of time and cost also. So that needs to be shown as an outcome, rather than giving any brochure or showing him any ads or anything that doesn't work. And you need to select those few progressive farmers or FPOs or some influencers, as I told. So they are the people who can talk to these people and convince them, okay, to adapt to the changing requirements.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yes. Any other questions?
Yeah, any other questions from the participants?
Okay, I think there are no questions. What we can do is I will share my email ID in the chat box. Okay.
Okay.
So
sure.
If you have any questions, okay, you can send me directly. Okay. I think Ashwik, I'm sharing with you, and
Yes.
also PPT I will be sharing with you. You can send to all these participants by email.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, Mr. Rajak, you want to ask anything? Okay. Fine. So if there are no questions, then we can end the today's session. I thank Team ANGRAU for having me here, and definitely the questions asked by today's participants are really relevant, and I believe that I have done justice for their time. And I thank ANGRAU team and participants both.
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, it was a very informative session. And moreover, you have explained the topic very well with the real-time examples and through the activities as well. It was very good actually, and I think, by seeing the chat itself, we can see that most of them they liked your session very liked your session a lot. Okay, and on behalf of our team, ANGRAU POSHAN Incubator, we heartily thank you, sir, for the session and your time. Thank you very much, sir. And one more thing for the participants, kindly attend all the remaining sessions as well. And at the end of the session, I mean to say the last day, the feedback form will be shared, and you have to fill that, based on which you'll be receiving the participation certificate. Okay. Now thank you all, and thank you, sir. Now we'll be meeting the meeting tomorrow and at 11 o'clock same time. Thank you very much.
As we are having the limit of 100 only on Zoom, so tomorrow if participants are sharing any issue while logging in Zoom, so you may join us live on YouTube also. So we are live on YouTube. So please, if anyone facing any issue in Zoom tomorrow, after 100 participants, so you may catch us on live on YouTube. Thank you. Close this end.
సంతోష్
సార్
థ్యాంక్స్ ఇట్లాంటిది ఏమైనా చెప్పేది ఉందా లేదా?
చెప్పారు సార్ ఆయన ఏవిఎం చెప్పారు అయిపోయింది సార్.
It's already done, sir. Yes, sir. Vote of thanks has been done, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Praveen. I don't know whether he's there in the line or not.
I think he just now left.
Yeah, we are very glad to have you for this session. Really, you made a very nice presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.